समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। Brahman. We are speaking the chronology of creation. Brahman, as we know by now, or at least intellectually we understand, it is the causeless cause of everything. Why causeless? Because by its own volition it is. Remember, it is unborn, therefore undying. So it is nitya. It is always, it is shuddha, it is pure, it is mukta, it is unbound. And therefore we call him infinite or Brahman. However, then what is Māyā? Māyā, the power by which the unmanifest becomes manifest. What we call as the direct cause. In the cause and effect, one is the cause which has got two aspects. One, the material cause, and two, the intelligent cause. Coming next, Māyā is endowed with three qualities. Trigunatmika Māyā. One, Sattva. Second, Rajo. Third, Tamo Guna. So Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna and Tamo Guna. Last time we had seen it so clearly. Sattva is the pure knowledge aspect of Māyā. The second, Raja, the activity aspect of Māyā. And Tama, the dull, inert aspect of the same. From these, the subtle forms of these three gunas arise the five subtle elements. In their nascent state, they are called Tanmatra. The five great elements are called Tanmatras only in their nascent state. Means, what is nascent state? Where they have not yet grossified. This non-grossified is called Apanchakrita. That where grossification is not taking place. However, the entire subtle world is constituted from the permutation and the combination of these. Subtle body. Subtle body? Yes. The subtle body, being a part of the subtle world, is also made up of the five elements. But after this, there is a change that happens. The Tanmatras are pure. Then they undergo a modification, change, grossification. This is called Panchikaran, made up of the five great elements which undergo the process of grossification. The five great elements, as we know, the space, or we call it Akash, air, as we call it Vayu, fire, we call it either Agni or Teja, water, that we call as Apa or Jala, and Prithvi, what we call as Earth. Here they are in the gross form, but there previously, when they were in the Apanchakrita, unmanifested form, in the Tanmatra form, that they are so subtle that they are beyond our conception. Naturally, when they are beyond our conception, what we mean is beyond the mind and intellect. Why? Why are they beyond mind and intellect? Because they are subtler than the mind and intellect. Subtler meaning, what does subtle mean? More pervasive. That which is more pervasive, it can reach the lesser pervasive. The lesser pervasive cannot reach the more pervasive. Therefore, the subtle elements, the tanmatras, create the sense organs which too enjoy a similar degree of subtlety. The main characteristics of Sattva Guna is knowledge. Naturally, the organs of perception that we are born with, they are born from the same sattvic aspect of the 5 elements. Each has its own quality. Each of them have their own quality. Why they have their own quality? To perceive it, the corresponding sense organ is evolved to perceive its special quality, as you can already see on your screen. If you see organ of perception, on the left hand side top, name of organ. Let's read the name of organ. Ears, skin, eyes, tongue and nose. These are the organs which are developed of each of the 5 elements. Under the name of organs, if you see presiding deity, we'll come to that in a few seconds. Below that, function. This we had seen last time, that the function of the ear is hearing, the function of the skin is feeling, the function of the eye is seeing, the function of the tongue is tasting, the function of the nose is smelling. What do these sense perceive? What are the sense organs perceiving? The ears perceive the sound, the skin, the touch, eyes see the form and color, the tongue taste, and nose the smell. Now come slightly up, one step above the functioning, presiding deity. What is this ear as Dig, D-I-G, Dig Devata, skin Vayu Devata, the Devata part has been removed, eyes Surya Devata, tongue Varuna Devata, nose Ashwini Kumaras. Let me quickly take you all to this. All of us have always heard that in the system, or as we call as the dharma, the religion of Hindus, there are 33 crore Devi Devata, 33 crore of the deities, 33 crores, and one would say, to whom do we pray to? How can our prayer ever reach to the right place that it is supposed to reach? It's a beautiful example given over here by Vedanta, that what these deities or devatas represent. They represent a limited amount, but a specific amount of power. Power over that particular activity or that particular action. Just as in any organization, when we go, why do we have different levels of hierarchy? There will be a doorman, then there will be a peon, then there will be a clerk, then there will be an accountant, then there will be a CA, then there will be a manager, then there will be a general manager, then there will be an owner. Why is this hierarchy? Because every individual post has its own duty to perform. In the same way, in Hinduism, those duties which are performed by the celestial powers, by the powers which we don't understand, by which when we concentrate on those powers come into action. They are named as Devata, 33 crore or 33 crores. Over here we have shown very in a suction manner that the presiding deity of year is Dig. Now what is the meaning of Dig? Dig means space. Therefore, when we pray to the Lord of sound, meaning space, that activates our hearing, or our hearing becomes better, or you are able to concentrate with your ear. Similarly, the Devata or the deity for the skin is called Vayu. Don't you feel the touch of air on your body? Then you come to consciousness, something moves on me. This is how it is so beautifully put. That particular power is given as the Devata for that particular perception of that organ. Next comes eyes, Surya. Why Surya? Why it cannot be Chandra? Or Surya means sun, Chandra means moon. Because Surya, Chandra are different. Chandra receives, moon receives the light from the sun. But sun is self-effulgent, and only in the light of sun that our eyes can crystally clearly see. If you don't believe me, ask any good photographer that when is the best time to take a picture. He will say when the sun is shining the best. Because just like your eyes, even our camera lenses, they can only perceive beautifully, completely, fully, absolutely in the power of sun's light. In the same way, tongue, Varuna. Varuna means water. We explained last time, no doubt, water is tasteless. But only when our tongue gets watery that we can feel the taste. See how beautifully. It is not that last night I have conceived all this. It is not that Gurudev has thought about it 50 years ago. This has been going in our culture. In the Hindu Shastra, it has been there from thousands of years, given to the next generation. Taste is governed by the deity called Varuna, which is the deity of water. And finally, the Ashwini Kumaras. They are the two sides of the nostril. The left nostril has a different performance to do. The right nostril has a different performance to do. Therefore, Ashwini Kumaras are the two celestial Ayurveda doctors, Ayurveda Charyas. Some other day I'll explain that to you in detail. But for today, understand, organ of perception means knowledge. The subtle elements, Tanmatra, create the sense organs which too enjoy same degree of subtlety. Creation that happens through the sattva aspect. That guna is called knowledge. In the subsequent sessions, we are going to take the next element like Rajo. What are those aspects what is created out of those? Rajaguna. What are those which are created out of Tamoguna? In this way, one by one, what we are going to do is unveil the pattern or the chronology of creation in the way that Shastra explains to organs of perception. All these are different devatas, 5 different devatas which are governing us. And therefore, from the time of inception of knowledge, a Hindu, a person of Indian origin, had this feeling of gratitude that there is some other power which is allowing my eyes to see, which is allowing my tongue to speak or taste, which is allowing me to hear. And therefore I should have gratitude towards this power which is called nature. And hence, hand in glove, we went for millennia together without hurting or disturbing each other, remaining in sync with nature, never going against but working with the nature. In the next session, we are going to unveil more. Today, what we have understood, if I can summarize it in a nutshell, very quickly, Brahman. Any doubt about Brahman? I don't think so. It is the creator of all creation. However, Māyā is the actual cause by which the creation has happened. And creation has just not happened anyhow. It has happened in a very chronological manner. Meaning, there are 3 gunas of Māyā endowed with 3 qualities. From these qualities, many other qualities come out, but first come the 5 subtle or the great elements, which are not yet manifested as we see it. The water that we see is a manifested version. That happens later. That is called as Panchakrita. Panchakrita. So that happens, and then from that Tanmatras, the unmanifest, comes our organs of perception. and slowly organs of perception start functioning due to the blessing or the power, what we call as the presiding deity or Devi Devata. Let us join palms and end this beautiful session over here. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamādāya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.